Alright, racists, let's talk. I'm just gonna come out and say it. A majority of white people wish that they were black. They wish that they had the ability to create or invent. They wish that they had the ability to wear a variety of hairstyles. They wish that they had the ability to dance. They wish that they had original fashion. They wish that their style was memorable. They wish that they were able to turn heads in public. They wish that they could spend more than 2 hours in the sun. They wish to be desired. They wish that they could smell as good as black people. They wish that they were as superior as black people. They wish that they were as athletic as black people. Even wish that they were indigenous and could be gifted an entire planet from the Most High. They wish that they could excel at music and the arts. They wish that they could be scholars like black people. They wish that they were as intelligent as black people. They wish that they could even cook like black people. They even wish that they could look as cool as black people do in their cars, which explains why they have the windows rolled down at all times. And the real big one, they really wish that they could age as gracefully as black people do.
Nobody hates white skin quite as much as white people. As you can probably see, I am not a very melanated person. My melanin comes in the form of freckles. All my life, especially when I was younger, when my skin was fresh and new and not so sun damaged, I was ripped for the colour of my skin, for my complexion, only ever by other white people. I have been told, get some fake tan on there, girl, get to the sunbeds, take some melanin injections to help you tan better. And when a little bit of sunshine comes to the UK, what do we see immediately? Men with their top off, no SPF, drenching themselves in tanning oil. The stench of stale biscuits fills the air because the girlies are layering on their St. Moriz fake tan. And the sunbed shops are fully booked with people frying their skin just in an attempt to be a bit darker. The funniest part is I live in the UK, the same UK that complains about the rise of multiculturalism, the same UK where people talk about protecting British values. Mate, you can't even protect your own skin. Why are you caring about someone else's? I don't spend a lot of time trying to understand racists, because I never will. I'm a good person, but I can only assume that a lot of it boils down to envy. The irony of white supremacists purposely trying to make their skin darker will never not be funny to me.
Hello guys, white people finally said the quiet part out loud that they wish to be black. With the first video I've just watched, you can clearly get to see and understand how this white man is showcasing to us and explaining that many white people, majority of white people, always admire to be black. Watch this show coverage till the end so that we can be on the same page, and if you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing and I'll keep you more posted and updated on white people, black news and hot trending news regarding black Americans and white Americans. Share a response on the comment section below and I will humbly respond to you. White people admire black melanin. White people want to be black. They're jealous of black identity and black culture. Let's watch, and at the end I'll have more strong commentary on this episode. Watch this video step by step.
Something that I'm never going to get used to is people who are white or who are racially ambiguous and perceived as white, like putting themselves in conversations where their race is on the table. You know what I mean? Like when I call someone white and they're like, well, I'm actually not. I'm blase, blase, blase. I just find it fascinating because like, why would you put yourself in a position to like be questioned? Like your ethnicity is one thing, your nationality is another, but your race, if you're racially ambiguous, I feel like you should just avoid conversations where race is such a key factor, you know? Like if you're speaking on your personal experience, if you have a platform and you want to share your story, that's one thing. But if black people are talking about their experience being black and you're a racially ambiguous black person, or if people of color are talking about the people of color experience and you are someone who is often perceived as white, I just feel like that's very weird. Like it's very weird behavior. I'm never going to get over it. And I feel like you can acknowledge your privilege in that. It's kind of like people who are straight passing, neurotypical passing, cis passing. Like personally for me, as someone who's non-binary but often perceived as cis, I just don't put myself in conversations when people who are trans presenting are having the floor. And I'm also Indigenous and Irish, but when Indigenous people are sharing their perspective as someone who's not perceived often as Indigenous, I just rarely, if ever, talk about my Indigenous identity. So like this isn't coming from a place of ignorance. Like I know what it's like to have identities that often others don't perceive. I'm just like not entitled enough to think the world revolves around me and my experience, you know? And I just like cannot understand the thought process behind it. Like you are white, no matter how you want to slice and dice it. You could be Arab, you could be black, you could be Hispanic, you could be whatever you want to be. And it's up for discussion, which is why you aren't a part of the conversation. And this can honestly expand to numerous demographics, but for the purpose of this, we're going to focus on race.
So supposedly white women want to be like black women. Okay. You know what I find so crazy? The only thing I see is the BBLs, them wanting their lips bigger and them tanning. But when it comes to our hair, they don't go after that. They're not out here getting kinky curly hair. They're not out here freaking getting textures of our hair. They steer away from our hair. And I feel like the reason why they steer away from our hair texture is because we talk down more. Because it's not no longer, though back in the days, it's our hair is hard to maintain. It's hard to take care of. It doesn't fit my face. Like, you guys talk down more on your hair than any other race do. If we'll be completely honest, this black woman telling other black women when they wear their natural hair, when they're going to get their hair done. You can say a race trying to be like y'all. Y'all only talking about the body and the looks, but they never go after our hair texture. And it's because y'all sit there and talk so much down on your hair, but you're so quick to wear their hair texture.
People need to stop bringing black people into quite literally any conversation about race. I made a video talking about how I feel unsafe around white men, and the first comment is, well, what about black men? Number one, I was not talking about black men in this video whatsoever. What is your talking about black men specifically? And you know the person who commented this is white. It is a constant and chronic obsession with what black men are doing 24/7. And number two, when I'm talking about my experiences with white men, my negative experiences, please stop bringing up other races. Because yes, while other races can commit crimes or do other things, my own personal experiences have been white men who have assaulted me or have made me feel unsafe time and time again. Are there exceptions to this? Yes, but 90% of my negative interactions have been this. Also, commenting this feels like it is still rooted in the implicit assumption that black people commit more crimes, or bringing up black people is trying to promote some sort of racist narrative. Again, stop bringing black people into every single conversation. If we're going to talk about race, then we need to talk about the problem of white supremacy, which is what my page does. Go bother somebody else, and please stop trying this page because I'm going to continue to block you. I'm here to call out other white people. So if you want to be racist, go do that somewhere else.
Am I the only one who thinks that when a white person intentionally changes their skin color, like that's a bit problematic? And I'm not talking about like a sun-kissed like glow, more about when they like tan extremely to the point that their skin color matches the skin color of another race, because I don't really hear a lot of people talking about it, and it just feels super off to me because I feel like white people, they're able to like change their skin color to match another race, but at the end of the day they're still white, and so they don't have to go through what the other race that has that skin color has to go through, if that makes sense. Like, it's just so odd to me. And like, I've never really thought about it that way. And then I randomly like was like hearing about someone. I mean, there is a discourse with Odessa, and I think that's what brought this to mind. And I just like stopped and I was like, oh, that's really odd. But like, am I the only one who thinks that? Because I don't ever hear anybody talking about it. And I'm sure there's another side of the argument, but I have a feeling it might come from people who are offended by this because it's something that they do.
White women, I need you guys to answer this question. I know the answer, but I need y'all to write in the comments, what is it? Because I'm getting sick and tired of hearing black women saying the reason why white women get tans is because they want to be black. I never had that stereotype. I never thought that because I was like, they were pale. They're pale as heck. Don't you want to add some color? Don't you want to get a little darker, being that bright, blending into the sun? Answer me this. Is the reason why y'all get tans is to be black? Or is it because you are pale and you want to put some enhancement and get that little tan line and be a little tan? And sometimes y'all would get the messed up tan to where it gets you a little dark. And then, you know, I'm not saying that all white women do this, but a lot of the black women do be thinking that y'all get the tans because y'all want to be black. I know it's because y'all probably white, but we need proof in the comments. Thank you.
Hot take on why white women that look like me, are so obsessed with getting their skin darker and darker, while they also simultaneously hold up the racist institution that our country was founded on. The hot take is not that white women are jealous of black women, because that's pretty obvious. The hot take is it's ancestral trauma. It's ancestral trauma. So if you're a white girl like me and you don't understand that you have to deconstruct the racism that's embedded within you, I need you to listen. Your ancestors, especially if you're from the South, okay, but from America, for me, I've been here, my family's been here since the Mayflower, okay, and we are filled with women who owned other women of color, but specifically saw their husbands while they were doing awful things to those women at night, they were also secretly jealous. They developed a internal burning rage, as well as confusion, because they saw their husbands who claimed to see this beautiful person as less than a person and then abuse her while also promising to stay true to their wives, and then they didn't, right? So our ancestors were confused as hell because they were also victims themselves to the patriarchy, but they upheld the system. They beat those women being abused. They treated them like less than dirt, and it is our job to undo that, not black women. And here's another hot take. Because of that fact, because our ancestors at some point couldn't own and beat these black women who also raised their children, they now had to raise the children, they started perpetuating that abuse onto their little girls. And it comes out all the time. I was raised by a woman who has a very deep-seated rage, and I had it as well. And when I became a teacher at a Title I school, it was hard as hell to unlearn. And I still have to unlearn every single day. My best friend is a black woman, and I still have to unlearn those racist ideologies that were just put in me. I experienced colorism because I was darker and I was a bastard and darker than my mom and my sister. But so I think it was a little easier for me to identify myself in black women. But women who've never experienced colorism or otherism and have only really experienced that rage that has been handed down to them, you need to undo it. You need to accept that you are secretly jealous of women of color. Because why else would you be doing all of these tanning products? Why else would you be risking skin cancer to just go sit out and get dark or go into the sunbeds? Because you are secretly jealous, and you need to identify it and then heal it so you stop harming our sisters of color. Please. And then other fact, mitochondrial Eve was a woman of color. We are the mutation, okay? Put some respect on black women.
If you're still here with me, what do you have to say about this episode? We have seen different perspectives on why white people want to be black. The sun, the scorching sun in Europe that is giving white people sunburns is the main reason why white people admire to be black. Black people always feel proud of their melanin. White people in Europe, in UK, in USA, all over Europe want to be part of the black culture and black identity. It was a nice session engaging with you, and please and kindly let me know your response on the comment section below, and I will humbly respond to you. Subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed this video, and if it has added more educational purposes to you, share this video to a fellow family and friends. Let them know that white people are finally saying the quiet part out loud, and they admire the black melanin. Most of them are injecting themselves with unknown substances just to get the black melanin. Black people, feel proud of your identity. Now do you get the reason why racism exists in Europe? It is because of such incidences like the one we're discussing here right now. White people are jealous of black melanin. The current heatwave in Europe, who do you get to see complaining about this scorching sun? It is only white people. Black people, they are minding their own business. They are going to their day-to-day activities, the beach, enjoying the ocean, while white people are getting sunburns. On the next episode, I'll continue showcasing to you what white people admire of the black identity or the black culture. I'll keep you more posted and updated because I upload on a regular basis, and I talk about current situations affecting black people, white people all over this wonderful planet. I champion for the rights of black Americans in a white supremacist world, and we all know the white supremacists as per now are the rich white people who always downgrade black people, who always teach their fellow white people, fellow colleagues to hate black people. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.